So there's been a major update a few weeks ago. One of them is Payday loan update, which focused on a lot of Payday loan websites that, to say the least, were kind of like gray hat sites. In reality, they were more or less scammy websites.
Right.
And Google basically integrated a new update that filtered a lot of those sites out. There's also been a Panda 4 update, and Panda is an ongoing algorithm by Google that focuses on the quality of the website. And I know a lot of sites basically struggle with that. It did not affect SEO Boston website, as we focus on white hat techniques.
Right.
I know a lot of the companies who use questionable links and questionable strategies that really hurt from this recent update.
So how did they get themselves in a position where they were hurt in the first place? Did they make decisions? You obviously made the right decision. Was it luck or was it good planning? And for them, was it just bad luck or was it bad planning?
Probably they were going after quick scores at that point, just trying to get as many links as possible, not concerned too much about the actual quality of those links. And it might have worked at that time, but as soon as such algorithm update comes into place, those companies usually hurt badly.
Now, as a buyer of SEO services, and most people are nowadays, how would I know who to purchase and not to purchase? I wouldn't have known that. I mean, you knew that, but you know, this is not something that most entrepreneurs study. So they could be stuck today holding the bag on an SEO firm and not even know that this is going on for them, that their rankings are going down, right?
That's right, and it's always a tricky portion. I mean, usually on the other end of the spectrum, with customers usually test my services. But if I were to give advice to customers to test different SEO companies, they got to be looking at different factors. Number one, they got to make sure that the company is legitimate and look legitimate. So they have a real address, real legitimate business going. It's essential because, I mean, you don't want to be dealing with somebody who's here today and disappears tomorrow. Check for the references. Make sure that they have references. Check for analytics from previous campaigns. This way you can actually see how successful campaigns been in the past. So it's not just somebody who's just trying to score a quick buck and run away. Number four, you got to make sure that the company is not trying to lock you in right away for 12 months agreement. You know, make sure you meet up with the company, see what they offer, and get the actual reports on them, and get the actual research what they're up to produce, and see if you like working with that company. Because it's not just about link building. It's also about relationship that you have with that marketing agency, and it is about trust. So if you trust that agency, then great, and you can move on from that point. And if you don't, I mean, too bad. And last but not least, do second opinions. I mean, it often works to check and compare a site company by company to see who offers better value, and not necessarily the cheapest one is always a better one. But it's also worth to consider, compare, and to ask questions. I mean, what is this? What is that? How do those compare one to each other?